Hello, my name is Dylan Mutersbot, and this is my castle level design part 2, which is the fully finished concepting. This is all made in Lyra. This is all just made using standard assets in-game or some assets I found in the store. Typically I make assets for myself, but this time I didn't want to spend a few months working on this. So I got some assets from the store and I put this together. This is the full cube grid block out of the level that I showed off either last week or a couple weeks ago. This is what it looks like on the inside. I have it not casting shadows, so it's easier to see on the inside here. Let me go full screen. This is the outside area. You can see there's a general shape kind of going on for the level. And then this over here is the fully textured and materialized version. Just to kind of put in perspective how big this is. And kind of show off what it looks like before I put all the assets on this. This is just using a standard stone material that comes with every Unreal project if you have starter content enabled. Some areas I left like purposefully open, and then like another good look of inside, right over here, right there, and then out here I have all of the assets that I used to create what I created here. Now, some of these aren't used, and some of them are used a lot. I really wanted to only install one asset pack. Technically, I have two, because this building right here is separate from everything else, but it's also not inside of the castle here. But here's all the assets that I used, and then here's the character reference I used directly out of Lyra in order to get a good size comparison for everything I used. So, using all of that, and then that cube grid, and then a few landscaping methods, I created this over here. So this is what the outside looks. I didn't want to focus too much on the outside because everything takes place inside, and this is about a multiplayer level here. So I just created some really simple mountains here, a little simple like pathing, and then I used the same building for this whole town that surrounds the place. And then this right here is what it looks like on the inside. Let me give like a full rundown here. So this is like the little entrance area. And then right here is like kind of like the little walking areas, a couple areas. I have a couple spawns. I know it wasn't a requirement right now, but I just wanted to add a little bit more variety. The more closed-in areas and kind of like the lower areas are going to have shotgun spawns. And then areas higher up that kind of overlook, kind of like over here, are going to have something like a rifle spawn. But let me give a whole rundown of the place. So this is the, obviously the entrance that I kind of blocked up. You can't get out of here. Actually, I'm sure you could, but that's beside the point. Just a couple of bridges right here, and there's like a little area underneath. A couple little stalls. I really wanted to get across the fact that it was like this sort of active market. Couple of wagons, just kind of anything that I could. Yeah, that I didn't realize it was kind of glitching in the ground there. Let's go and set that down right there. Boom. Just a lot of areas for some good cover. Trying to populate the map as much as possible. And then I got creative a couple places, like this right here is kind of holding this up. And this has collision off, and there's an invisible cube that kind of lets the player walk onto it without intersecting these lines, because that kind of causes some problems. Here, let me go ahead and play through the level if it's not going to be too glitchy on me. So this is the open area. This is where you can kind of see outside of it, but that's not really the part that matters. Little bridge and a couple things that kind of give like a little bit of an overhang and a little bit of cover from stuff up there. This is the inside area. I really wanted to give off the fact that it was like this kind of this cellar for this castle. A couple areas where you can look down through. I want to give as much cover as possible. This is another one of the spawn points. This one's a little bridge right here. A couple areas to go underneath. A little bit of had to get a little interesting. Put some water right here and a couple barrels. Just kind of show that the water does flow through at some point, even though it doesn't really kind of show where it does. Use a couple bridges as walls here. A couple barrels. There's a shotgun spawn right here, just because there is a lot more close quarters combat underneath this area right here. And I put a couple of lanterns. I don't know why that one's not showing up, but yeah, this one is. Yeah, so we got the light inside and then like the lantern on the outside. I think I actually set that one to invisible, but I can fix that. This is the outside kind of market area. needs to catch up. And there's some areas like this where I didn't want to put a jump pad because I don't want to break immersion too much. I'm just kind of like boxes that you can jump across. Kind of like overlooking areas, using lots of barrels and stuff, just trying to get across the fact that it's like a little hub of, I don't know, barrel exports, whatever people do with barrels, probably some medieval alcohol. I got creative in some spots using like a bridge for this walkway here, just kind of makeshift stairs, a couple little overhangs like this, and there's this whole area up here. One of my favorite areas was this area up here. I had to get... It was a little difficult, but I had fun really making these little walls and like putting little overhangs inside of them. My computer is not running fast. Here's that little castle area that was kind of on top. Just spawn right over here, and then there's a couple areas you can go around. A little overhang right here. You want to not fall out of the map or anything. Doesn't kill you yet, but... A lot of places are super exposed up here, but provide a lot of cover anyway. Just to kind of give you the sense that even though you can oversee everything, you are, in fact, very, very visible. This was a place that was really, really fun to design because I didn't really have any overhangs of any sort. So I had to get really creative with, like, bridges and a couple things over here. Just to provide a little bit of cover, but also just just a break. And this is one of my other favorite areas, is this underneath area right here. Wanted to make it look like there's like water coming through, like a little grate. Actually scared me. Yeah, let me go and play it under. Yeah, this was, I just took something very solid, like a cube, and then gave it that, a little bit of, less opacity. And put some fences on the side there, a little bridge right there. I really wanted to put as much detail as possible into stuff like these overhangs, just because simply placing an asset didn't really feel right to me. I really wanted to mix and match these as much as possible and kind of reutilize them in other areas, like these water wheels right here are being held in by this bridge that's holding onto this plank right here. And that's on both sides. And then these kind of look like a little grate from the outside. Just kind of show that there's a little bit of water flow coming through. A little wagon right here, another little bridge that goes over it. I also wanted to feel like this was like kind of in the middle of construction. Just to give it a very lively sense. I used a lot of bridges for like underneath overhangs, just to accentuate as much as possible. A lot of wells in this area because there is water coming through the middle of the castle. And then here's a better look at the inside. It's right there. And then right here is where you can exit outside. Here's a cool look at that overhang that I got right there. Made out of like 30 different assets kind of put together there. A couple other overhangs. I believe that about covers everything that I've done. There's a lot of details and areas that I've probably completely forgot about. But I really wanted to leave no part of this map untouched in kind of creating that really, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but wanted to be a really immersive sense. That's what I was looking for. In case you were wondering, if I take the castle and delete it, this is what it looks like with all of these assets kind of strewn about. A lot of bridges. A lot of bridges. I figured they were really cool. Especially in accentuating stuff. Even with these side walls here, these are bridges. Just kind of squished and smushed in different ways. Wanted to reuse assets as much as I possibly could. And this is what that looks like. That is my full completed level design. I'm going to get that back in. Bit of an aerial view here for you. And that is it. Cool. Thank you so much for watching.